Hi, Susan here. Today is day number 6 of my video journey for my come up. This is actually a redo recording. I made an awesome recording actually yesterday down by the river outside. By the water is one of my favorite places to be. I just really realize the energy and the strength that I feel when I'm by the water. And so our beautiful river is my favorite part of the city. It's just got some beautiful areas down by there, benches and trees, and it's just my favorite place to hang out. There was only one problem with that video. I was completely happy with it, but because it was windy and still a little bit cool, my nose kept on dripping, so I couldn't keep that one and publish it. So anyway, I'm redoing it, and hopefully I can touch on the topic of perspective like I was able to that day. I really think that it's really important for all of us to acknowledge what an alteration in perspective can do in any given situation. So whether it's something grand, success that we've just accomplished, or a challenge or adversity that we're facing, the perspective that we take within our own mindset can completely change how we feel about that given situation, or how we move forward through it and after it, and the decisions that we make. So I just really think that always bearing in mind and always being open to reevaluating the perspective that we're taking at the present time is just so important. Just so important. I'm redoing it on a regular basis. Even right now, within this journey, that's something that I'm really reevaluating with every day as I'm deciding what to record on my videos for this journey, what to share as I'm getting more comfortable behind the camera, what's really important to me. It's just all about perspective and what we want to do with it. So an example of what I've done with my perspective in the past and how incredibly powerful it is, I'm going to give you 2 little stories, and hopefully this won't take too long. But before my car accident, which was 8 years ago, I was a really energetic, active person. I was born that way, and not type A as in obsessive about things. Of course I'm obsessive about some things, but I just really addressed every part of life with full passion and lived in the moment to the fullest. I loved dancing, for example. Didn't matter if it was where it was, if the music was on, and I like many genres of music, so really it didn't matter. I would just dance. I dance how I feel, and I just loved dancing. Live music, of course, is my favorite, so there was a couple clubs that I would like to go and visit, and it wasn't about the party or the drinking. I actually didn't really need to do any of that. I just loved music and dancing. So I would just be free, and if I felt like getting up on the table and dancing, or coffee table or whatever, I would. And it would actually make some people, including my ex-husband, quite angry, but it's just one of the things that I just really liked, living life to the fullest. I'm going to go back to that phrase. So the point of this story is, with my neck injury since my car accident, dancing is tricky, and it just doesn't feel the same because I have to be careful how I move my neck and shoulders, and if I move them too much, I've tried it many times, then I pay for it for a really long time afterwards. So dancing is just not smart, because if you really feel the music, and you should be able to move freely, and to restrict your dancing just doesn't make sense. So instead of whining or feeling the loss, I switch my perspective on purpose. I make a decision and I take the perspective of being grateful and feeling joy in the fact that I really did live all of those dancing moments to the fullest. I didn't care who told me to get off the table or off the speakers or what. I danced because I felt like dancing. And do you know how awesome that is? To have that memory. That's perspective. That's the perspective that I'm talking about. The big shift the experience completely by taking a different perspective. So when I'm in a moment where I know I would be up there dancing right now, instead I relish in my memories and I watch people who are dancing and feel their joy and enjoy them dancing and still feel the pleasure of listening to the music and knowing what I would do if I could dance. In fact, every once in a while I just play with it in my mind. If I could dance, I would do this, or I would be there, or whatever. So that's perspective. Since this is getting a little long, I won't give you my second example of perspective, but thank you so much for watching day 6 of my journey in video for my come up. I am empowered on purpose. Susan here.